I am moving swiftly into your life with urgency. Archangel Michael is trying to speak to you right now, and you have only 2 minutes to respond in your heart, because what is being released over you today will change your life forever. This message is not a coincidence, it is written under your name and sealed for your spirit alone. Do not skip this, because skipping would mean turning away from a divine shift that was prepared long before you even asked for it. I, the Lord your God, am watching the weight you have been carrying in silence. You have endured moments when your tears fell in secret, and people around you did not know the depth of your cries. Heaven has not been deaf to your heart. I have seen you when no one else was watching, and every hidden cry has been collected like a precious jewel in my hands. Today, my child, I say to you, enough is enough. You are stepping into a divine interruption that will rewrite the script of your life. There is a reason Archangel Michael is standing at your side right now. His sword is drawn because something that has been pressing against you spiritually is being cut off. The battles that seemed endless will not hold you anymore. The resistance that came through people, circumstances, and unseen spirits will break suddenly. This is why you feel urgency, because your season of waiting is shifting into a season of sudden movement. Beloved, I speak directly to your heart, you must not delay. This word is heavy with eternal weight. Today is not like other days. Today carries a decree stamp from heaven, and the angels are already dispatched to carry it out. Do not allow fear, doubt, or hesitation to rob you of this blessing. This message is not for everyone, it is for you. You know in your spirit that this word is piercing you, because I am the one who designed it to land in your soul like fire. The reason Archangel Michael calls you right now is because of the hidden traps that were being set in your path. Someone close to you has carried intentions that were not pure, and they thought you would never see the truth. But I, your God, expose what is hidden. I am shining a light on motives, on secret words spoken in the dark, and on plans made behind your back. Their shadows cannot remain when my glory rises upon you. Today, I am tearing the mask off the one who wanted to use you. Child, hear me clearly, the enemy wanted to steal from you in this season, but I have overturned his schemes. You were about to walk into a snare without knowing it, but because you responded to my call right now, I am lifting you out before it is too late. What was designed to harm you will collapse under its own weight. What was hidden from your eyes will suddenly be revealed. The people you thought were harmless will show their true face, and my angel will protect you from their reach. You have been praying for clarity, for answers, for signs. Today I give you more than a sign, I give you an unshakable decree. I am telling you that you will not lose in this battle. Your name is being spoken in heaven's courts, and Archangel Michael has been assigned to fight for you. Every chain that was tied to your destiny is breaking loose. Your finances, your relationships, your peace, your opportunities, everything that was delayed will now begin to flow like rivers. This urgency you feel is not a mistake. It is a divine alarm bell ringing in your spirit, telling you to rise, to receive, and to stand in what I am delivering. For too long, the enemy whispered that you were forgotten, that your prayers did not matter, that your future was uncertain. But today, on the 25th of August, I silence those lies. You are remembered. You are chosen. You are protected. And nothing, nothing, will take this word away from you if you hold on to it. The door you have been waiting for is unlocking even as you read this. The enemy cannot slam it shut again. This door is not ordinary, it leads to restoration, breakthrough, and answers to prayers you thought were impossible. When you walk through it, you will realize why the warfare was so strong against you. The battle was only proof of the blessing that was coming. Beloved, do not let go of this message. I am repeating myself in your spirit so you know this is serious. 2 minutes is all it takes for destiny to shift. 2 minutes is all it takes for you to either rise into my light or miss what I am delivering. That is why Archangel Michael presses on your soul right now. You cannot treat this casually, it is divine timing, perfectly aligned. I am calling you to prepare, to open your heart fully. Release fear. Release bitterness. Release doubt. This is the moment where heaven invades your atmosphere, where angels step into your space, and where blessings you thought were delayed for years suddenly land in your hands. You will testify of this day, and people will marvel because they will see how quickly things turned for you. My child, don't skip this. Don't turn away. Don't allow distraction to rob you. This is your word, sealed with my authority. It will not return empty, it will accomplish what I sent it for. Today, August 25th, I am reaching for you with a hand that never fails and a voice that does not lie, and I am placing this message before your eyes like a sealed envelope with your name written in light. The seal breaks the moment your heart says yes, and the words move like breath through your chest. This is swift, this is sure, this is precise, because delay has been stealing what belongs to you. You have felt the tug, the urgent nudge, the thrum behind your ribs, and you know that now is not ordinary time. Now is the doorway. Now is the 2-minute window that opens when courage chooses truth over habit and love over fear. Archangel Michael is already at your threshold with armor that does not rust and a sword that does not miss. He stands where the shadows pretended to rule and declares an end to their contracts. His presence is firm and kind, steady and unafraid, the calm that settles storms by standing in them and not moving. He does not ask for your performance, your perfection, or your rehearsed strength. He asks for your permission. He asks for the yes that rises from your real heart and not from appearances. He asks for the small nod that breaks ancient agreements made under pressure, confusion, and loneliness. He asks for the consent that liberates you. I have watched you carry more than one soul should carry, and I have watched you do it with dignity even on the days when your hope thinned to a whisper. You have been faithful in small places and quiet rooms where applause never came. You have walked through corridors where your name was known only to me, and you did not stop walking. You told the truth when it cost you, you stayed kind when bitterness begged for a home, you forgave when the pain asked to stay. You have not been invisible to me. Every hour is numbered. Every tear has been measured. Every breath has been counted and cherished and guarded. The delays you see are not denial. The silence you heard was not absence. The closed doors were not punishment. They were protection in the shape of restraint, a barricade between you and traps dressed as opportunities. There were paths that gleamed like gold leaf over wood rot, and you were held back from them because the floor would not have carried your weight. There were hands that reached for you while hiding sharp edges behind their smiles, and you were set apart because your future is not for sale. The interruption you felt was a mercy. The detour you hated was a shield. Today I place a key in your right hand, and I place a shield in your left. The key is agreement with what I say about you. The shield is refusal to receive what I did not send to you. The key opens what you thought was forever sealed because you believed a word that was never mine. The shield turns away accusations, projections, and the weary weight of comparison that tried to shrink your life into a smaller shape. You do not live under the rule of scarcity. You do not live under the rule of fear. You do not live under the rule of past mistakes. You live under the banner of a love that does not expire. Michael speaks to the hidden architecture around you and commands the scaffolding of old shame to collapse. He speaks to timelines and accelerates what should have been, not by bypassing process but by removing the friction that came from lies. He speaks to closed circles that tried to keep you out and breaks the ring so that you do not spend yourself trying to belong where you were never meant to fit. He speaks to the night thoughts that drag anchors across your mind and lifts them so that you can sail again. He speaks to the room you are in now, filling it with a stillness that is not empty but full of promise. You are being lifted from survival mathematics into the abundance of right order. You are being moved from performing to belonging, from guessing to knowing, from bruised endurance to strong peace. Do not measure what is arriving by what you have seen so far. Do not compare the size of the seed to the size of the harvest. The seed knows the script written inside it. The soil knows how to hold it. The rain knows its appointment. The sun knows its cue. Your role is consent. Your role is alignment. Your role is to welcome what has always been yours and to put down what never was. There is an old voice that has narrated your days with a tone of suspicion, a voice trained by disappointment to expect less so that shock would hurt less. That voice is not your counselor anymore. I send my counsel in the form of clarity that does not shout. It will come as simple instructions that feel almost too ordinary to matter. Trust the ordinariness. The most decisive turn in your story will feel like a quiet decision taken in a quiet room. Do not despise the quiet room. You meet me there. You hear me there. You change direction there without spectacle and without having to convince anyone. Clean the threshold. This means remove the agreements with unworthiness that sit like dust in the corner of your thoughts. This means choose the words that build you, not the ones that make you small. This means delete the numbers that keep reopening wounds. This means open your hands and release what you have been gripping because you believed you were alone. You are not alone. Never once were you left to lift what I did not also lift with you. Never once were you forgotten in a crowd because there is no crowd in my sight. There is only a beloved child whom I know by name. You fear that if you stop bracing, the blow will land. Hear me now. The season of bracing ends. The habit of flinching is broken. Your nervous apology for existing is being retired. You walk upright into rooms that once made you shrink. You speak without rehearsing the acceptance of rejection. You breathe normally in places where your breath used to catch. The inner stoop straightens. The inner ceiling lifts. The inner locks release. This is not a pep talk. This is a decree sealed with the authority that built the bones of the world. I am restoring your sense of timing. For long stretches you have felt out of rhythm, arriving too early for closed doors or too late for open ones. The misalignment is over. Michael resets your internal clock to match the cadence of favor that is already playing over your life. You will find yourself in the right place before explanation forms. You will step onto the right call, the right meeting, the right conversation, the right invitation, and it will be as natural as breathing. You will recognize your own name when it is spoken in rooms you did not know existed. You will respond without panic, without scramble, without rehearsed scarcity. You are being redeemed from the story that began with fear. You are being translated into the story that began with love. The page turns now, and it turns cleanly. No page tears in your hands. No ink smears across the sentence you need to read. The clarity that comes will not humiliate you. It will not expose you to mockery. It will not strip you to shame. It will unveil you to purpose and clothe you with dignity. The cloak you wear from this day carries the weight of peace, and peace is not passive. Peace is the atmosphere of right belonging. Peace is the sound of chains falling quietly. There are names that will fade from your daily speech because their assignment in your life is complete. Bless them and release them. There are names you will speak more often because their presence is aligned with where you are going. Welcome them without suspicion. Not every new thing is a test. Some new things are simply gifts. You have learned discernment the hard way, and that wisdom stays, but you do not have to greet goodness with a wince. Let goodness be good. Let sweetness be sweet. Let joy be loud in you without apology. You have wondered whether your prayers were heard when words failed and only a sigh rose from your chest. Every sigh was a sentence to me. Every silence was a sanctuary. I heard you when you said nothing because I hear the language of your pulse. I saw you choose mercy in memory, even when no one would have blamed you for anger. That choice was an altar, and I remember altars. I remember every moment you chose not to repeat the story that hurt you even though it asked to be told again. That restraint was not wasted. It was seed. It was stored. It returns now with interest. Provision meets you in a way that does not train your heart to be afraid of tomorrow. Provision meets you without hooks, without hidden fees, without strings, without the sour aftertaste of compromise. Provision meets you in order and in overflow so that your generosity is not a risk but a joy. You will not live by panic purchases of peace. You will live by the steady bread of trust. Your table will not wobble with the weight of counterfeit abundance. Your table will carry the simplicity of enough and the beauty of more than enough. This is the economy of my kingdom written in marrow and breath. Forgiveness moves like water through the hardest places now. It does not excuse harm. It does not invite untrustworthy patterns back into your home. It simply releases you from being the jailer of people who will never bring you the keys. You are not the warden of someone else's growth. You are the steward of your peace. Boundaries are not cruelty. They are lit paths through the forest. Walk them without guilt. Walk them with kindness. Walk them with the knowledge that your soul is precious, and I am pleased when you treat it that way. Your body hears this blessing. The places that have memorized tension begin to forget it. The muscles that lived on alert exhale. Your sleep regains depth. Your mornings rise without the weight of dread. You do not owe anxiety your allegiance. You do not owe fear your hours. You do not owe stress your future. You owe your life the intentionality of love, and I am pouring that intentionality into your routines, your meals, your rest, your movement, your work. Small faithful choices become rivers. Rivers become seas. Seas become climates. You are changing climate inside. I speak to your mind and I bless its bright edges and its soft fields. You will think clearly without grinding. You will imagine without spiraling. You will plan without panicking. The ability to focus returns without the cost of yourself. Creativity is not a frantic rescue mission anymore. It is a garden you actually enjoy walking through. Your ideas will find form at the right pace, and doors will appear where walls once stood because your thoughts and your days will walk together instead of pulling each other apart. I speak to your relationships and I bless the honest ones. Honesty is the oxygen of love, and I am sending it into conversations that used to suffocate. The people who are for you will reveal themselves by consistency, not by noise. The people who are not for you will reveal themselves by patterns, not by explosions. You will not ignore patterns because of nostalgia. You will not ignore goodness because of old alarms. You will let love be love and truth be truth. You will move with grace, and you will not confuse grace with access. Grace can bless from a distance. Grace can bless with a boundary. Grace can bless while choosing safety. You have been waiting for a sign that is bigger than your fear. Read this line as that sign. I authorize your next obedience. I put my seal on your next step. I bless the phone call that tells the truth. I bless the message that closes what should have closed long ago. I bless the application sent without self-sabotage. I bless the room you will enter with steady breath. I bless the list you will write today that turns swirling thought into simple action. I bless the habit you will begin tonight that stitches peace into the seams of your week. Michael clears the path in front of you with a thoroughness you will feel in your bones. He removes the debris of old judgments that never belonged to you. He sacks the occupying thoughts that claimed your territory. He escorts out the echoes that rehearsed failure as if it were a prophecy. He stands guard at thresholds that once felt vulnerable and keeps watch while you practice living like someone who is safe. You are safe. You are kept. You are guarded with gentleness and strength, and not one detail of your journey is neglected. You asked whether you missed your moment. You did not. The moment is in my hands, and I am not clumsy. I did not drop your destiny in a crowd. I did not misplace your promise in someone else's house. What is yours requires your yes but does not require you to bend yourself out of shape to catch it. The world you are stepping into is built to your true measurements, not to your painful contortions. Stretch as you heal. Grow without apology. Expand without fear. There is room for you, and the room was always part of the design. I lift the shame that grew like ivy over your brightest gifts. Shame is not your teacher anymore. Let joy be your teacher now. Let curiosity be your teacher. Let trust be your teacher. You will make things that carry the scent of freedom. You will speak words that taste like clean water. You will build rooms where others can breathe. You will give without draining, because your source is not a tap that sputters. Your source is a river that runs even on days when you cannot feel it. The river does not depend on your feelings. The river depends on my faithfulness. What broke you does not get the final paragraph. The final paragraph belongs to love. The final paragraph belongs to redemption. The final paragraph belongs to the version of you that survived what should have ended you and grew softer instead of harder. The final paragraph belongs to the gentle warrior who knows that tenderness is not weakness, and who fights by telling the truth and protecting peace. The final paragraph belongs to the future that now walks toward you without disguise, a future that recognizes your face and does not pass you by. You have only this small window to agree with what I am doing, not because I am impatient, but because your life is too precious for procrastination to rule it. 2 minutes of pure yes can recover years. 2 minutes of real surrender can end decades of pretending. 2 minutes of alignment can open gates that generations long to see opened. Let your yes be unbroken. Let your no be firm where it needs to be. Let your boundaries be blessed. Let your steps be light. Let your heart be convinced. Stand up where you are, even if only on the inside. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe once like you are choosing life. Say this with your whole being, and let it echo beyond these words. I release the old agreements. I receive the new assignment. I welcome protection. I accept provision. I choose love. I choose clarity. I choose peace. I choose to walk with the one who made me and never left me. Michael seals this with a bright flame that means closure where chaos once re-entered. He marks your threshold so that peace stays and intruders do not. He keeps watch, but he also invites you to rest, because rest is not laziness in my kingdom. Rest is strategy. Rest is weapon. Rest is worship. You will find that what once required frantic effort will begin to yield to calm, consistent presence. You will discover that your most powerful stance is not clenched jaw and tight fists, but a steady gaze and open hands. I am not finished, and neither are you. The chapters ahead are long with goodness and thick with meaning. There will be days of bright surprise that arrive like rain on a dry field. There will be reunions with parts of yourself you thought you lost forever. There will be laughter in rooms that once only echoed with worry. There will be breakthrough that feels like coming home after a long absence. There will be the stunned quiet of relief as burdens slide off and do not return. All of this is already singing in the distance and moving nearer with every step you take in agreement with me. Now is the moment. Today is the date. This is the time your story turns in a way you can feel. The window is open, the angel is at your side, and the words are written. Open the envelope with your yes. Step through the door with your consent. Lay down what does not belong to you and pick up what always did. I bless your feet. I bless your hands. I bless your voice. I bless your name. Walk forward, beloved. The life you were made for is waiting, and it recognizes you. Archangel Michael is at your side in this very moment, his presence like a bright edge cutting through the fog that has followed you. You feel the pressure of choosing, the pressure of believing, the pressure of stepping, and I am easing it now. You have been told that you have only 2 minutes, and in the language of your heart that means urgency, that means priority, that means the window in front of you is open and the wind is moving, and you can step through if you wish. I am not here to frighten you, I am here to steady you. The shift you desire does not arrive by accident. The door opens because I open it, and today I open it before you. I have watched you carry what does not belong to you. I have watched you carry other people's judgments like stones in a bag, and you have blamed yourself for the weight. You have said, "Maybe this is who I am," when you were only tired. You have said, "Maybe I am not chosen," when you were only underfed. Hear me, I never assigned you to live beneath your own life. I never asked you to live apologizing for your breath or to prove your worth to those who are not meant to hold it. The structure I am building for you is not fragile. The future I am walking you into is not built on the permission of those who doubted you. It is built on my word, and my word is not brittle. Michael stands guard over this word, and the word over you is life, rising, and restoration. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not disqualified because of the turning you took when you did not know where you were going. I counted every step. I drew a line through the places that tried to keep you. I took what was meant to bury you and I am using it now as the solid ground you will stand on. Do not call yourself broken because you learned the shape of the ground with your hands. Do not call yourself weak because you learned the shape of hope with your tears. The soil beneath you is being tilled even now. Something rooted is reaching up. Something heavy that lived on your chest is cracking. The first breath of a new season is moving in your room. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not disqualified because of the turning you took when you did not know where you were going. I counted every step. I drew a line through the places that tried to keep you. I took what was meant to bury you and I am using it now as the solid ground you will stand on. Do not call yourself broken because you learned the shape of the ground with your hands. Do not call yourself weak because you learned the shape of hope with your tears. The soil beneath you is being tilled even now. Something rooted is reaching up. Something heavy that lived on your chest is cracking. The first breath of a new season is moving in your room. You have thought the next miracle would be loud, public, a trumpet in the street, and so you expected a sound that never came. The miracle I am sending is exact and quiet at first, a key turning in the lock that everyone else forgot about. Hear the turn. Feel the click. It is small only to the eyes of those who do not know the door. I will teach you to celebrate the click as much as the opening. Your pace will be steady. Your steps will be clean. The fear that you will ruin things by doing them wrong is bowing to the peace I wrap around your decisions. You are not about to ruin your future. You are about to meet it. I am releasing you from agreements you did not know you made. You said yes to shame so you could keep a peace that never protected you. You said yes to silence so that someone else could feel tall in a room that demanded you shrink. I am dissolving those agreements now. You do not have to be loyal to what injures you. You do not need to rehearse the smaller version of yourself one day longer. Michael is severing the cords that keep dragging you back to the same conversation with the same old fear, and this severing is gentle on you and final on the thing that held you. You will feel the difference like a house after a storm when the air is washed and the colors return. Receive this. There is a message being carried to you that others cannot intercept. What is for you will reach you. It will not be detoured by jealousy. It will not be diluted by misinterpretation. The signature on the envelope of this message is my name, and it is addressed to you directly. I will not allow what is sacred for you to be mishandled. Expect clarity. Expect a sentence that makes sense of months. Expect a small invitation that carries the weight of a new chapter. Do not overthink the timing. The obedience I ask from you is simple: answer when peace calls, move when peace settles, close the apps of comparison, listen to the quiet that knows me. You have battled loneliness in rooms full of people. You have stood at windows and said to yourself that perhaps the promise was for others who are louder, prettier, richer, or more certain. I am not timid with you. I did not send you into the world to be a ghost in your own story. You will feel companionship again. It will not arrive disguised as control. It will not arrive as a bargain that requires you to pay with your voice. I am knitting you to people who understand the value of your presence and the sound of your laughter. Relationships that feed on your confusion are ending. Relationships that grow with your honesty are beginning. I will put laughter in your mouth that no one can tax, and I will teach you how to keep it. I also draw a line through the fear about your provision. The future I am building with you is not financed by panic. It is resourced by wisdom, diligence, and favor that I place on your steps. Watch how the small courage to begin will meet the doors I am opening. Watch how the skills you considered ordinary become the very ground where uncommon opportunity takes root. Watch how the time you thought you lost returns multiplied through acceleration you could not design. I will give you one clear step to take and a second to follow. As you take them, what felt like a maze will turn into a corridor with light at the far end, and each door along that corridor will open as you come to it. Do not rush the corridor, do not camp in it. Walk it. I am with you in the walk. You have carried a private grief. You have tried to speak it and found your words incomplete, so you hid it behind excellent performance and polite smiles that you knew how to make believable. I am not asking you to prove anything today. I am asking you to breathe. The grief that felt endless is receiving closure. The closure is not forgetting. It is the permission to remember without pain owning the memory. I am placing a soft hand on the bruise. I am inviting you to weep where you need and laugh where you choose, and neither will threaten your destiny. Michael guards the doorway while you heal. No accusation can enter. No old tape of failure will be allowed to loop unchecked. I am cutting the sound. Today, be released from the story that says your worth is measured by how much you endure without help. I take joy in being your help. I enjoy caring for you. I enjoy providing clean hours where nothing demands you pay with your body or your mind. Rest is a holy strategy 1M teaching you. You will not mistake laziness for rest, and you will not mistake rest for laziness. You will rest and rise, rest and build, rest and listen, and what you build will outlast the frantic monuments that fall on the day they are finished. There will be a morning when you wake and realize you no longer expect disaster. This is not naivete, it is the maturity of hope. You are being trained to hear my voice again. You thought you forgot how, but you did not. Noise was just loud. I am turning the volume down on the counterfeit voices. There is one voice in particular that has pretended to be wise while feeding you fear. Its sentences always end in scarcity. Its counsel always asks you to hide. That voice loses its credentials today. It will not be your advisor. In its place, I give you the gentle firmness that moves you forward without drama. You will feel me in the simple choice to delete what confuses you, to keep what makes you honest, to answer only the messages that carry peace. I will not let you miss the signs I place in your day. I will not speak in riddles to entertain your anxiety. I am practical and precise. The text that comes that calms you will matter. The call you return that brings laughter will matter. The quiet moment between tasks that feels like sunlight will matter. I am in those simple places with you because I love being with you. You have tried to earn my presence with flawless days. There is nothing to earn. I am here, and I am staying. The fear about time is melting. You have said, it is too late to begin, and you have said, it is too early to celebrate, and so you have lived in a hallway with no doors. I am opening the right door now. Step through with the understanding that you are allowed to enjoy this. Joy is not a threat to your growth, and celebration is not negligence. As you celebrate, I will increase your strength to carry responsibility with grace. The heaviness that used to accompany every good thing is lifting. My blessing over you will not be smuggled into your life like a contraband that must be hidden. It will be visible, and it will be safe to be seen. There is something you have been delaying because disappointment trained you to expect pain. I will stand with you as you take it up again. This time is not last time. This step is not the repetition of an old failure, it is the retrieval of what was always yours. You will not need to explain this to everyone. You will not need to defend it. Some will not understand, and that is allowed. Your responsibility is not to convince but to obey. Obedience will polish your confidence until it shines like a mirror that reflects the truth I am speaking over you. I bless your mind to be clear. I bless your sleep to be deep. I bless your body to release what it carries that does not belong. I bless your hands to produce good work that brings dignity and provision. I bless your home to be a shelter that warms and heals the hearts inside it. I bless your mornings with expectancy and your evenings with contentment. I bless your conversations with honesty and your decisions with courage. Let these blessings land and multiply. Let them sit with you like a friend in the quiet, and as they settle you will notice that the atmosphere of your life has changed. I am placing a new rhythm in your days, simple, strong, and sustainable. Begin small and stay faithful. Keep your word to yourself as you keep your word to others. Honor the time you spend with me. Silence is not empty when I am inside it. Pray like you breathe, steady and without strain. Give as you are led, without fear. Receive without guilt. Forgive and mean it, release and mean it, bless and mean it. You will see how kindness within you becomes a doorway for favor around you. What you sow in quiet humility will return as loud grace. There is also a protection moving around you. You will not be tripped by familiar traps. Old invitations to chaos will find a closed door. Michael will help you discern the difference between an opportunity and a detour. When a path requires you to betray your peace, that path is not yours. When a voice requires you to shrink to be loved, that voice is not from me. When a choice requires secrecy to survive, that choice will not carry your future. Learn this, and you will navigate with the steadiness of a ship that knows its star. I am also bringing truth where you feared exposure. Truth is not cruel in my hands. Truth is a key, and it unlocks the room where you have been waiting. You will not be punished for healing. You will not be punished for growing. You will be guided. People who profit from your confusion will try to call truth a threat, but their vocabulary does not rule your life. I am your definition, and I call you chosen, wanted, clean, and ready. Your creativity is waking. Ideas that visited once and left because there was no space are returning with friends. Write what you are given. Build what you are shown. Sing what you hear in the quiet. Sketch, code, design, plan, let the form be free and the discipline be firm. I will teach you how to carry the new without dropping the necessary. You will find mentors where you expected competition, and you will find rest where you expected hustle. Excellence will replace perfectionism, process will replace panic, presence will replace performance. I place my hand on the memory of your name. You have been named by many experiences: unlucky, complicated, too much, too little, always almost. I speak a new name over you: steady, luminous, trustworthy, rising. You will carry yourself differently under this name. You will choose differently under this name. Doors will read it and open. Mountains will read it and move. Your heart will read it and heal. The cycle that shouted, again, at every new attempt is losing its breath. The whisper that says, now is mine, answer it. Stand up on the inside. Adjust your shoulders. Breathe in the air of this room I have prepared. Look at what I put in your hands, skills, stories, scars that healed into wisdom, relationships that can hold weight, lessons that taught dignity. Nothing is wasted. You are not a project that must be kept secret until perfect. You are my workmanship displayed in daylight. You will see me everywhere as you move through this day. The timing will make sense. The interruptions will protect you. The